The reflection Lena had always been an insomniac. She'd spent countless nights lying awake, staring at the ceiling, the hum of the world outside keeping her company. But tonight, something felt off. It started innocently enough. She was in her bedroom, sitting on the edge of her bed, trying to shake off the feeling of unease that had crawled up her spine. She glanced at the full-length mirror on the opposite wall. It was an antique, one her grandmother had left her. There was something strange about it. Whenever she looked at it too long, it seemed to distort, the glass rippling like water. Tonight, it was worse than usual. She stared at her reflection for a moment, the shadows in the room deepening as the moonlight crept in through the curtains. But as she watched, her own reflection didn't move with her. She blinked, thinking it was just exhaustion playing tricks on her eyes. But when she moved her hand, the reflection didn't follow. The figure in the mirror stood still, staring back at her with wide, unblinking eyes. Her heart began to race, and she instinctively stepped forward. The reflection remained frozen, unnervingly still. Then it smiled. It was a slow, chilling grin, too wide, too perfect. Lena's blood ran cold. She backed away, tripping over the corner of her bed, her breath catching in her throat. Her reflection mirrored her every movement, but its smile never faltered. The smile widened, stretching unnaturally. The reflection reached a hand up to touch the glass, and Lena could hear the faint sound of fingertips tapping on the surface. Frozen in terror, Lena's eyes were locked on the reflection, but her hands trembled as she reached for her phone to call for help. The screen flickered, the light dimming and buzzing erratically. Her reflection began to change. The face in the mirror was no longer her own. It was a twisted, hollow version of herself, a hollow-eyed mask of horror that grinned at her with malicious intent. Suddenly, the phone fell from her hands, shattering on the floor. The air in the room grew heavy, suffocating. The reflection no longer stayed in the mirror. Lena spun around. The reflection was standing behind her now, smiling down at her with a mouth that stretched impossibly wide. It whispered softly, a cold breath against her ear. "I've been waiting for you to notice me." The last thing Lena heard before the darkness consumed her was the sound of the mirror shattering.